Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Billman, and this is the Unit 2, Lesson 3 homework. Today we're going to look at parallelograms. Which two parallelograms have the same area? And we need to show our work. If you notice, these parallelograms are similar to a square, right? They're just kind of at a diagonal. The important thing when we do this is to not overthink it and to also, hey, show our work. So we could do this two different ways. I could find the area of two triangles. Absolutely, I totally could. And we can walk through that. I could also do my length times my width, which is fine. I could do that as well, which is what I did because I did the 5 multiplied by 6, and that equals 30 centimeters squared. Again, two different ways to look at that. So this next one, 4 multiplied by 6 is equal to 24 centimeters squared. And I'm always making sure I look at my label and I've included it and it's done. All right, 8 multiplied by 3 is 24. And I'm showing my work on here, 24 centimeters squared. So those first three, they're still quadrilaterals. They're just like a rectangle or a square. They just look a little bit tilted. So B and C have the same area, even though they have different measurements. Find the unknown length. 8 multiplied by h, because it's b, it's my base, is equal to 48. So now I got to go to my brain and think, okay, self, what multiplied by 8 can give me 48? Well, according to my brain, I believe it's going to be 6. Next one, I have a measurement of 9 for the height, and I need to find the base. Area equals 99, so base multiplied by 9 is equal to 99. So what multiplied by 9 can give me 99? That's 11. 11 is the answer. Centimeters, that is. So my base multiplied by my height of 8 is equal to 96. Now I need to think, okay, what multiplied by that? I can divide 8 into 96. Goes in there once, 16 left over, and 2. So 12. 12 would be the correct answer. Joe designed a flower bed shaped like a parallelogram. And now I can draw a reminder to myself of what that looks like. The flower bed has an area of 475 inches squared and a base of 25 inches. What is the height? So now I was given the area and I'm looking for the height. So 25 multiplied by something gives me 475. So when I'm doing this, I'm really thinking, oh, I could think like quarters. That'd be fine. You know, like 25, 50, 75. I could do that, or I could divide it. 25 goes into 47 once. And I subtract it. I get 22, and I bring down the 5, 22.5. Or, sorry, 25. And then I get a final answer of 19. Oof. 19 feet. So how many square feet will the Whitestone cover in the landscape? So this time I'm looking at the Whitestone, and you see it's two different triangles, but they really are part of the same, right? It's that big triangle that we cut into a parallelogram into triangles. So 3 multiplied by 2, and then of course this one, 3 multiplied by multiply my base and my height. So whenever you're doing anything like this, you want to make sure you read it very specifically. It would not be good if I kind of just guessed. So I'm going to do 1/2 multiplied by 3. So there's a 3 multiplied by 4. Now 4, the first thing I'm going to do, and then you have to multiply by 2, of course, because there's 2 of them. So things to also think about, this 1/2 and the 2, they kind of cancel each other out. That's just how that works. But my total will be 12 feet. There is a 2-foot border of brick as shown in the design. How many square feet of brick cover the landscape design? So I could cut this into rectangles. I could cut it into squares. Sometimes it's easier to cut it with my pencil versus trying to do this in my head and imagine it. So this would be like a better way to make a model. because there's a picture, it's going to be easy to figure out if I start looking at the keys inside here. So the numbers, right? So each, it is 2 feet wide, and I know total, that would be 2 feet wide, 8 feet long, and then another 2 feet wide, that'd give me 12. Now across, I have to look at it, it's 2 feet wide, 4 feet wide, and another 2, which would be 8. So my total area of it, I could start multiplying, and it would be 12 multiplied by 8, which is 96, and that's the entire thing around, but I have to subtract the middle part. So the middle is 12, so 96 minus 12 minus 20 equals 64. What is the perimeter of the landscape design? I'm going to start adding up the numbers around. Remember, area is the area inside. The perimeter is like the fence around. So if I was a farmer, I would start looking at the fence to be the perimeter. So 8, I would add 12, 8 and 12 for a total of 40 feet.